Welcome back, guys, and today let's go over basic elbows. Starting from our guard, what we want to do, let's say we start with a lead hand elbow, okay? I want to go up with my elbow on an angle and in, okay? As you see, my hand dives under the other elbow, okay? So what I'm going to do, up here, okay, at the same time, as you see, I'm moving a little bit towards my opponent, all right? I'm bending my lead knee. You will see this in a moment where I will show you just a few techniques on the bag, okay? But very important, guys. So as you know, in the Muay Thai guard, you should have your hands at your temple level, right? Not here, especially because of elbows, okay? To protect your temples. So again, I want to get started from here, up, go nice and down with my hand. And as you see, my thumb is facing down. Why? Because this way, this little bone is coming up, and that's what you want to hit with. So, and this applies for both sides. Okay, the left elbow, my lead elbow in this case, and my rear elbow. Okay, the shoulder movement is the same as for a jab or cross. So you want to make sure you twist your hips. Okay, I'm showing from here. So 1, 2, okay, looking from the side, okay, 1, I'm pivoting on my foot, on the ball of my foot as always, same thing as with your punches, okay, up, 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 chin nice and down, hands nice and up, and always the hand that's not striking, it's used for only one thing, it's to protect yourself. Okay, so you can just see the entire movement, okay, of my hips and legs. So I would go with my lead hand elbow, boom, okay, I will turn my knee in, go on the ball of my foot, lift my heel, boom, and hit here, boom, and dive with my hand under the other elbow. Same thing with the rear elbow, okay, here, boom, see how my leg is moving, okay, I'm lifting my heel, I'm pivoting on my foot, and I'm turning my knee, okay? So as you see, my lead hand, when I'm striking with my rear hand, my lead hand is coming and touching my temple on the opposite side. So both sides, the same thing, again, boom, 1 and 2, 1, 2. Now the other basic elbows are 6 to 12 elbows, which is kind of like an uppercut elbow. Okay, so from our stance, we will go up, here and in, boom. So again, I'm bending my lead knee a little so I can get closer to my opponent. Lead hand, as I'm striking, my rear hand comes close to my face, protects my temple, right? Boom. Here, my elbow stays nice and in, so this hand strikes. This hand comes nice and in. It's like squeezing your chest almost, okay? Because you're at such a close distance that you can get countered very, very easily. My rear hand, boom, I will bring my right shoulder to the front, protect myself with the other hand, and just bring my elbow up, do like an uppercut movement. So now looking from the side, okay, lead hand, boom, here, boom. Some people call it brushing the hair because it looks like brushing the hair, exactly. So nothing wrong with calling it this way. Boom. Of course, what I don't do, here is some mistakes that I see sometimes, at least one that's really important. When people throw the elbow, they turn their head, okay? I think it's just a natural movement, okay? And you have to really control your movements, make sure you don't turn your head, okay? Make sure your chin stays down and nice and tight here, and everything is as close as possible, okay? With your rear elbow, so starting from here, okay, I'm gonna just push with my hip. That's just like with the uppercut for boxing. Okay, I'm gonna do the same movement, but instead of stretching my arm, I'm gonna go up here with my elbow. Of course, depending on the distance, I can step in. I can step in with the lead leg, with the lead elbow. I can step in with the rear elbow, and then I can of course do combos. Practice all different combos, guys. Whatever comes to your mind. Okay, you're technically free to do whatever you want, whatever works. Of course, you should always adapt your combos, your striking, to the situation. So depending on the angle and the distance. So again, let's take a look, at the bag, how it looks like when it comes up to hip movement and footwork. Okay, so here we're doing a side to side elbow. I can step in, make sure you step out if you're stepping in. Okay, if you're close enough, you can just bend your knee a little. Okay, do let's say the uppercut elbow, 6 to 12. Same thing with the rear hand, rear elbow. Let's go on this side. Okay, from here, I want to put the rear elbow. If I don't step in, I will miss my target. So what I want to do, I want to step in, make sure I step back so I can defend myself. Same thing for the 6 to 12 elbow. Okay, if I'm just staying here, I will miss. So again, I'm going to step in, right, and I will reach my target. So keep your arms nice and bent. Make sure when you hit with the edge, with this little bone for both. So if you're doing the uppercut elbow, make sure your thumb faces down this way. If you do side to side elbows, make sure you bring your thumb down this way. Okay, as you see, the more you turn your hand down, the more you twist your wrist, the higher this elbow comes up. If you keep your thumb up, you will hit with the top part, this little bone. It's really dangerous if you hit with this. If you hit with your forearm, you will not do too much damage. Okay, so you want to make sure that you hit really with the edge. Okay, this little bone here of your elbow. Okay, so boom. And at the same time, make sure this hand comes up to protect yourself. Okay, because of course the other guy can also throw elbows. And unfortunately, very often what we see is people doing, so instead of doing this, okay, throwing an elbow and protecting themselves. So here, what they do, they bring this hand down because of course this hand is in your way, it bothers you, right? So you will see very often people making this mistake and then they get countered. Again, I hope that those tips are helpful, guys. And if you have any questions, if you want to reach out, feel free to leave a comment or just reach out to me directly. Thank you for watching. I see you next time.